And we were wondering,
are you free for coffee?
Welcome.
I don't know if this is funny or not.
No, it's not funny, but it's just weird.
It's creepy.
Yeah. Okay, y'all. There have been a few instances of people dying, like in public places, and them not being found for days later. So there was a 60-year-old woman who went to work on a Friday in mid-August, and she was found dead 4 days later at work. Now, y'all.
So she never left work.
Never left her office. Now, this is in Arizona. So she worked for Wells Fargo, and I guess they clock in or scan their badge or something. So they have that where she went into the office building, however they do it, the badge or clocked in or whatever. And records show that she got there at 7 a.m. And she was found dead by security the following Tuesday. So y'all, she was there
all weekend.
Right. So Friday all day. And evidently no one, so they don't even know really when she died. Not according to this. Now I'm sure they've done tests and everything now, but when it happened. So she went all weekend.
Yeah.
There was no missing person report. So that is what struck me.
Yeah.
As like no friends or people didn't notice.
Yeah. Especially the weekend. Now, if it happened during the week, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I can see like, oh, so-and-so was probably so busy at work, just thinking you didn't hear back from them. But the weekend is what struck me as odd.
Yeah, when you go out with friends or something. But I guess the moral of that story is, have daily check-ins with your people.
With somebody.
I mean, just hi, thinking about you. I hope you're having a good day.
You do know this happened to my mom, right?
Somebody died at work.
This happened to my mom, and this happened to Cedric's mom.
Oh, you did tell me.
I told
they
you
went by their office.
Yeah, because she walked by, said good morning.
But they were alive when she saw him.
No. When Cedric's mom went through and said good morning, she was rushing to get to the fridge in the bathroom. So, you're kind of like, oh, good morning, so-and-so. You keep going. And so she had put her lunch in the fridge, went to the bathroom, and then thought, so-and-so, I don't know the woman's name.
They didn't say hi.
I didn't hear them speak to me. And so she was going back, and they were blocked. People were kind of crowding, and they were blocking it off. And she was like, what? She had been there, and she had died some hours prior.
Oh.
Now, my mom's was worse, because my mom was teaching special ed at the time. At that school, there were 3 sped classrooms. And I know the woman's name has just left me. Anyway, my mom, they would all get there, they just get there early, stay late. You know how it is. So anyway, they had sent the kids in.
No.
Yeah.
So was it a janitor or something? I mean, who would have been?
No, it was the teacher.
Oh, from the night.
We don't know what time. I don't know if we never knew if she passed the night before and was still there. Because my mom was like,
or if she came in early.
But my mom, I remember her at the funeral. She was like, she had on the same clothes. Like that was when it clicked to her. So I think she sat down to do some work and passed and ended up. And they would be there after the janitor all the time because I'd meet my mom with food and he would tell. Now, I can't get them to leave, but they would walk out together.
I get the overnight or something like you just were working
but
late.
The days,
yeah, no,
I agree.
4 whole days.
Y'all, if I'm missing for 2 days, Lisa driving to my house.
Well, and then not just her friends, but even the co-workers. Now they did say now I don't know if this was like she did it this day or like sometimes she just needed to be kind of quiet and she went to a more less populated part of the building to work. So I don't know if she did that all the time or, she just, maybe you're getting stuff done and you just go to another little place. But you would think, I don't know if you have a team, there should be people that you have checked in with at work. And I'm not saying a boss or anything, but just like
just somebody.
Right. Like you said, you say, "Oh, hey, how are you?" With
yeah,
something.
I saw so-and-so earlier. Have you seen him?
That's just kind of weird to me.
4 days.
4 days, y'all. 4
Y'all,
I
need y'all know that bothers me. Really,
it does.
4 days kind of freaks me out.
No family or no friends that knew she was missing, because that was the month. They didn't find her till Tuesday.
And okay.
So the Monday, she went the whole weekend and nobody said I haven't seen this person. She's missing. Nobody at work or at home.
And then, okay, I'm really freaked out too by janitorial staff, because, when people pass away, usually your body expels remaining fluids and jazz. Sorry, y'all. I worked at a funeral home for a little bit. So just the reality of...
Well, I guess if it was a very
secluded place.
Maybe which is weird too.
That's weird. Like,
all of it's just weird.
Yeah.
Okay, and there was another one, y'all.
Y'all went on a whole tangent trying to figure this man,
out. He was only 36.
Oh, God.
Now, this is in England.
Y'all, that's younger than me.
He was found dead at a hospital, but he was in the coffee shop.
Oh,
yeah. And now it wasn't a day.
Now, this one actually made more sense to me.
Now this, I don't know what happened, but this is in my mind. This is how I've played this out. Now, y'all know how emergency rooms are packed.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I was thinking he probably had went to the emergency room, and you sit there for hours and hours, and thought, okay, well, let me go get coffee or get some food or whatever, and then he died. Now, I don't know. That in my mind, that's how that could play out.
I'm gonna tell y'all this: people sit down and die all the time.
Well, I know.
And if you're already at a hospital, I mean, kind of the best place to be. That makes sense to me, because his wasn't for so long. The 4 days is taking me out.
4 days. So this person, we don't know really what happened to this man, other than that he went into the little coffee area and died. But he could have very well had been there to get help. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And then just went in there and whatever.
That would have made perfect sense to me.
He died, whatever happened, And he'd been there maybe a couple of hours or something, but it wasn't days like this woman. So this other lady. I guess the takeaway for me is live your life in such a way that you're missed.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
My mom, I've told you my mom's saying, make it where people would rather see you coming than see you going.
That's it.
She's told us that our whole lives. So we get to cutting up, acting a fool. And she was like, they're going to be glad you're gone. It used to kind of check us. We was like, shit.
Everyone brings happiness to the office. Some when they come and others when they leave. So, if she was one of those that maybe she didn't get along with, I don't know this. I don't know this woman. And
I just want to know, why didn't nobody go look for her?
But there was nobody that missed her. And that's problematic to me. And I thought, y'all know Lady Bird Johnson. You know of her, Lyndon Johnson's wife. And she died some years ago. And of course, they were Texans. So, here in Texas, it was,
it was
big deal. Mm-hmm. And I remember I clipped the picture of her funeral. And
my mama did that.
She didn't have flowers. She had a pall, which is really, and Catholics and Episcopalians will know it's the fabric that you've seen on caskets draped, and it was beautiful. It was, somebody had embroidered it full. She did wildflowers, yes. Y'all. In Texas, we had beautiful wildflowers, and that was her whole thing, making the roadways beautiful and things. So all these gorgeous flowers on this thing, it was very, very beautiful. But what struck me was she had 2 daughters, and then they had children, and I'm sure they had children. So there was quite a crew there. And how sad they all were, even from the littlest ones to them, that this woman was known and loved. And it just struck me it was so beautiful. And I thought, what a life well lived. And that's the thing that bothers me with this woman, that you could go forward. There was not one person that missed her, not one in 4 days. So it's a cautionary tale. Live your life so that you're missed. Live your life so that you're missed.
Because that's a long. The 4 days just takes me out because I just can't.
Missing person. Nobody thought, anything like she must called in sick. Even that question, somebody would have went to check. Like, no, she didn't call in sick,
right,
or something. It was like nothing. Just crickets for 4 days. And that just breaks my heart for anybody to be in that position.
4 whole days.
4 whole days, y'all. So live your life where you will be missed.
Yes.
In more ways than one. Up next, simple meditative affirmations at work. But first, a message from our sponsor.
Okay, you know what this made me think of? This is random, y'all. Like, I think about people like me that work from home, and like us, we podcast, like, we don't go into places. That makes more sense. These public places, people passing, I think that's what's like, whoa. Because if someone worked at home, it kind of makes sense. Like,
yeah, but then that's why you need to get out and do clubs or take a dance class or do something.
Well, like your grandfather. I mean, his wasn't that, but just...
Well, yeah, my grandfather had passed out. This is years ago. He's long dead. But he had been kind of recently widowed. And he had sugar diabetes.
Right.
And his blood sugar got low and he passed out. But a neighbor, now their little neighborhood, they all knew each other. Like, it was a very close neighborhood. So one of them, I didn't see Mr. Chalky this morning, to get the newspaper or whatever. She noticed the paper out there.
See?
And so the neighbor went and found him.
See?
So it was, just live your life that you're missed. And go places, be kind. Just that was what was sad to me, that I thought, you're just living so quietly.
Yeah.
Like a quiet life.
Yeah.
That nobody is noticing you.
Because 4 days is outrageous.
That's a long time.
Yeah. No one's called the police.
And then
no one's
they
called
still had, if they hadn't found her, she'd still be there. There was an area where you could just...
Yeah, because no one... It wasn't that they found her because someone was looking for her.
Right. They just happened upon her. So that's problematic.
And probably the last time she'd used her punch card or her key card or had done any work had been that Friday. That's how they knew.
That's when they...
That's the timestamp.
Right.
Girl, and this is Tuesday, which means y'all done went Friday, the whole weekend, worked Monday, and then we find you on Tuesday.
And no missing person, which means your family didn't miss you. Because those would be the people that would do missing
family or friends.
Because at work, if they noticed you hadn't, maybe you didn't call in and you weren't there, and that's not your normal, what you do, they would send somebody, like, go somebody. They call the police.
Yeah, they do. Do a wellness check, please.
Right. So that wasn't it.
That is so weird.
It's sad. It breaks my heart.
That is sad.
It breaks my heart.
Yeah, not like the body aspect. Like, that's not it. We're all going to die, and flesh is
what it is.
But like sitting there for 4 days and no one noticed.
Yeah. And it makes me sad that she did not... It doesn't seem like she knew love. I mean, I don't know. Not recent. Or friendship or anything that you can go 4 days and nobody's missing you. Nobody is thinking about you. That breaks my heart.
And even that she wasn't found Monday. I think the Tuesday is what bothers me.
Right. Because if
I can understand Friday, people cutting out early, the weekend, but it's the Monday for me that you went...
who we haven't seen.
Right. Because I'm calling, well, I think she works at so-and-so.
Yes.
And let's find that person.
And then your family. I didn't hear from so-and-so. Yeah. She usually calls me,
someone recently passed that works at Parkland. And, Parkland has 15,000 plus employees. And the person that called said, well, she went to work. And I believe she still works for Parkland. Parkland has over a dozen property. They had to find it out. But sure enough, hey, she clocked in, but she never clocked out. Let's find the last known address. What's on the... And she had passed away. But the point is, somebody
missed her.
Yeah, somebody was like, no, this is unlike her. Can we just, yada, yada. She should be at work. She never misses work. And she had passed away.
Yeah. But that makes more sense.
That makes more sense
than just nothing.
And they stumbled upon her. It wasn't like someone called. That just.
So sad.
Y'all, my quote has nothing to do with this. It's just
mine either, but what would go with this?
Nothing. I don't know. Well, my mom's quote, make it where people would rather see you coming than see you going. But that wasn't my quote. My quote was, I am debt free and money works for me.
Oh, that's a good one. Mine is, I embrace every new season God has for me.
I like that. I like that.
Live your life out loud, y'all.
No joke. Take up space. That is so sad.
And have friends and family.
Guys, it's too late for Starbucks, but I need a Starbucks now. That kind of just took me out. Okay, loves. Thank you for pulling up a chair and joining us for coffee. Please subscribe to Are You Free for Coffee podcast wherever you are listening. We hope that you enjoyed today's episode and find joy in the little things. Until next time.